You know what I really don't like? Having to spend my Saturday morning wondering whether 1 point from 6 against Burnley is good enough. This is not something I should have to ask myself. Of course it's not good enough. But Arsenal should have gotten 6 points from 6 against Burnley this season. And through a catalog of mistakes and terrible calls and 2 head loss moments from Xhaka, this is where we are. I don't know what to handball anymore. I don't know if we're a good team. I'm just left questioning everything without any words, without any thoughts. I just have nothing less to say about this team. I work a hard, long week, 9 to 5, making videos, to wake up on Saturday morning and feel like this. What's up, y'all? Welcome back, pitchside with Parker, to another unfortunate Arsenal game review. 1-1, it finishes between Arsenal and Burnley at Turf Moor. A classic Arsenal performance. Xhaka doing Xhaka things. Aubameyang doing Aubameyang things, in fairness to him. Arsenal actually flipped the script today. They scored first for a change after giving up early goals in the last couple of games. And it looked routine. Arsenal was kicking Burnley's butt the first half. I mean, this game should have been 3-0 by the 30th minute. And this game just, it really genuinely should have been put away. Burnley did not look like they were up for this game at all. They played terrible in the first half. And as much credit as I do want to give Arsenal, especially for the first goal and for some of the patterns of play that they had in the first half, I mean, Burnley was just parting the sea for them defensively. If you look at the goal that Aubameyang scored, it all starts from Thomas Partey out of the back. And I actually really liked the build-up from this goal because I really enjoyed the way that Partey came and asked for the ball when Leno had it in his hands. You know, don't punt it, don't throw it out. Just roll it to me. Just let me have it and I will do something good with it. And he did. He turns around, he gets pressured, but he doesn't feel the need to boot it or he doesn't feel the need to pass it back to Leno. He can handle a little bit of pressure. Thomas Partey is a class player, and this is what we've been missing at Arsenal. He's calm, he gets around the defender, little 1-2 with Xhaka, a simple pass through to Willian, and all of a sudden, the Burnley defense is broken through. Willian out wide to Aubameyang, and Aubameyang does the rest. Slice and dice, shot at the near post. And honestly, when Burnley look back at this game, they're going to feel that Pope should have saved that, and that they could have easily won this game as well. But, good build-up from Arsenal. Another assist from Willian. We can't beat this guy. Like, I think he's now got something like double the assist that Ozil had in the last 2 seasons. So, yeah, I'm in the mud with that one. But regardless, the defending from Burnley was shocking. I mean, Lowton on the ball lets Aubameyang inside, which is terrible. The covering defender, for some reason, covers to the end line, giving Aubameyang the space to come inside and shoot. Otherwise, he might have blocked it. And then, like I said, Pope lets it in. So that was poor from them. The Saka chance, same thing. Just like a simple 1-2 opened up their entire defense. So they did not look at it today. Arsenal should have punished in the first half. It should have been over. But instead, the game stays 1-0, and Xhaka comes with a moment of... This one was more of a moment of indecision than it was a moment of madness. Or maybe it was more so madness, honestly, because he looked pretty assured. It looked like he thought that he was going to get away with that. He thought that he knew what he was doing. Like, if you look at the replay, Xhaka took about 2 different looks before he passed. He took one quick look before he actually controlled the ball. He was asking for the ball. Then he takes another touch and looks again and still tries to play that pass with Wood standing right there. And he literally just bounces it off of him into the goal perfectly. You could not give them an easier goal. And I see people on the timeline blaming Leno for this. That one I really don't understand because this is the exact pass that Arsenal's been playing out of the back every game in the past 2 years. Like, this is nothing new. This is the decision that Leno makes every game. And to be fair to Xhaka, most of the time, he makes the right decision from that exact spot on the field, and he knows how to play out. This was just an incredibly dumb play, as he is known to do. And, like, he was having a good game. Him and Partey looked solid in the middle. But it just doesn't matter with Xhaka. It doesn't matter how well things are going, how well the team is playing. In fact, you might argue that that is when he actually comes up with these moments more so than anything. That's what happened the first time they played Burnley, and it was the case today. But anyway, 1-1 at halftime. The second half started pretty slow, but then there was a ton of incidents here, and we got to talk about some of them. First of all, Arsenal should have had a penalty. Pieters clearly handles the ball, maybe even twice, as Pepe is trying to get past him. And I just don't understand how this is not a handball. People keep going back and forth about the rules. Oh, if your hand is close to the body, it doesn't count. But if your hand is out, it still might not count. You know, there's the incident at Spurs. There was the incident with Conte the other day. I have no idea what is and what is not a handball anymore. I just beg for the refs to apply a little bit of common sense. The way that there are certain rules that no matter what, completely chalk off a decision or force a referee to choose one thing or another, that's what really bothers me. Because there should not be a rule that if your hand is outside your body, it's a handball every single time. You have to apply some common sense. There should also not be a rule that if it hits your chest first, it can't be a penalty. Because to me, the essence of a foul is you're stopping the opponent from doing something. And especially when it comes to awarding a penalty kick, you're stopping the opponent from a very good goal-scoring chance. And that's exactly what Pieters did here. To me, you have to apply that common sense. Like, if a intentional handball, which is what this was, blocks a player from advancing towards the goal and getting a shooting opportunity, that is the definition of a penalty. But there's no common sense applied, and I guess because Pepe was so close to him and his arm wasn't that far from his body, it doesn't count. A terrible decision. I don't know how they've checked it and confirmed it, which is another issue with VAR, but if I talk about that too much, if I speak. Anyway, the fact that it wasn't given seemed to give Burnley some confidence, because in the next 5 minutes, they had about 3 chances where they could have scored again. I mean, you've got Erik Pieters, the guy who's just gotten away with the handball, doing one-touch volleys from 35 yards from, like, the edge of the field. And he almost scored on Leno. I mean, credit to him for actually being aware enough to tip that one over the bar. And then a couple minutes later, Wood has a golden opportunity. Perfect pass to him. He's through straight in on goal, and he just kicks it right at Leno's foot. I mean, again, credit to Leno for staying big, but there's no reason Wood should be missing that. Burnley could have easily won the game in that 5-minute stretch after the good decision went their way. Yeah, in that sense, Arsenal almost are lucky. I mean, this game could have really gone both ways in that second half. And then after that, it was all Arsenal. Pepe missed an absolute sitter on a peach of a cross from Kieran Tierney. Just completely didn't make connection with the ball. That was difficult to see for him. And then 2 minutes later, there's the whole incident where Pepe did this time connect very well with the cross, and it's blocked off the line by who else but Pieters, who was just in all the incidents today. Originally, he's given a red card. They look at it, and I think that in that case, they got it correct. They chalked it off. The ball hit off his shoulder. Definitely not a handball. A really good defensive play from him, actually. And Burnley, to their credit, put in some incredible blocks those last few minutes. But Pepe should be scoring at least one of those 2 chances. And I've gone on about this before, but I don't understand why Pepe didn't start this game. Like, it is hard to drop Willian after he's played very well recently, and I understand they wanted to get Saka back in the lineup, but Pepe is genuinely having his best stretch of form. And again, Arteta just needlessly benches him, only for him to come off the bench. And you think about the way this game went for Pepe. Should have drawn a penalty, misses a sitter, then rights his error, connects with the ball very well, and should have scored if not for an incredible block by Burnley, which also could have won him a penalty if the ref, decided to arbitrarily not check that or something like they did with the first decision. But then he doesn't have any time to correct his errors. He doesn't have any time to sort that out, fix that, because he's only playing 20 minutes in this game. And I just feel so bad for him. Like, what more does he have to do, But yeah, and then you come down to the final 2 minutes. Arsenal has 2 more golden opportunities in stoppage time. I think Aubameyang had the first one with another great block by Ben Mee. And then in the final minute, Ceballos just clattering it off the post. And that summed it up for Arsenal. It just wasn't going to happen today. When you look at the game as a whole, right, Arsenal definitely deserved to win this game. I got really fed up earlier in the season when Arteta would speak after the games and he would say, we dominated, we should have won, we were just unlucky, when I actually didn't feel like we played that well. But in this game, there's absolutely no reason Arsenal should have lost. But as I said at the beginning, it leaves you in this terrible place where you're thinking, like, as unlucky as we were, we've come away with 1 point from 2 games against Burnley. And we're in the bottom half of the table, and the results just aren't there. Yes, it's a little better. Yes, you're creating chances. Yes, you've been done over by the referees, but at the end of the day, you look at the result, which is all Burnley care about, that's for sure. And they're getting away with it. And Arsenal are just sitting here lifeless in the middle of the table. And the only thing we have left to play for is the Europa League. Quite an existential Saturday morning, I have to say. The game was more exciting than I expected it to be, so I'm glad we can be the entertainment for the rest of the world. But as an Arsenal fan, this is just not good for my heart. This is not good for my health. Nobody should have to go through this, and just a wild way to spend a Saturday morning. But anyway, thank you for watching this review. I didn't say it at the beginning, but if you're still around, be sure to subscribe to the channel if you're new. Drop a like on this video. It would mean a lot to me. I do Arsenal reviews after every game, so if you've come across this and you enjoyed it, subscribe to the channel and you will definitely see more. I do them for the men's and the women's games, and I make daily soccer content, so if you just like soccer in general, certainly a place to be. But anyway, that's going to be all for this one. I need to calm down and go watch some other games, and I will catch y'all in the next one. Peace.